All right. So here we go. So what do I need here? So let me go. We are going to try to chat GPT some stuff today because I've been spending too much time on some things and I need to not do that. But in order for me to log into chat GPT, I need to get on the right email. Actually, maybe I should. I don't know. Whatever. Trying to do some math with vectors. I need help understanding math that needs to be done. Oh, that's cool. It's actually giving me a breakdown of some like basic vector math, like magnitude, normalization, dot product, distance between 2 points, angles. I am importing a level I made in LDTK, which uses pixels. My game, Godot uses. So what is the problem? Position, scale, uses pixel. Godot uses its own units for scaling objects. I want to make sure my objects are scaled and offset properly. Sorting to the pivot in LDTK. One unit. So if you want to upscale, make one tile, one Godot unit instead of 16 pixels, you need a scale factor. Godot position, LDTK, pixel position times scale factor. Tile is 16 by 16 in LDTK. If you want each tile to be one Godot unit, your scale factor is 1 divided by 16. That's right. That's basically what I was doing. Let's look at my code here. Oh, I did entity size divided by this. Maybe it should be 1 divided by this. Let's see, define an entity pivot. These are percentages of width and height, not pixels. You're so smart. Right, percentages of width and height, not pixels. That's the exact problem we have. So when we want to offset it, so the math is LDTK pivot, size, LDTK width and height. So offset is size times pivot. Wait, is this right? Okay, cool. Putting it together, let's say LDTK gives you a position, entity position PX, PY, entity size, width and height in pixels. size times pivot. Scale factor is 1. Okay. So maybe that's the first assumption I made. I don't know why it's 1. I guess 1 because 1 is a grid unit. So it's 1 grid unit per grid size. I don't know if that works as the scale factor of the entity itself. But we're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Then we've got, why is this so choppy, dude? There's no way that's running at 60 FPS, highest FPS. Yeah, see, that's so much better, dude. I was dropping frames like crazy. Okay. I could tell just by moving my mouse cursor that it wasn't 60 frames. Gamer problems. Okay. So tile offset. So scale factor. Let's go here. Var scale factor. 1 unit equals 1 unit divided by 1 unit per grid size. That actually makes a lot of sense. Pivot vector 2. And we're going to grab the pivot. Also, don't know why the auto commands are failing here. So I'm just going to restart this and see if that fixes anything. File exists. Whoops. Buffer write post auto command documented save. Open. Trying to figure out why this is failing and what this means. Well, the other thing I can do actually, I don't want to do it, but I could do it. Let's, I think I have VS Code. For now, we'll use VS Code. So I'm not in configuration hell. No, I mean, what's dark plus? I don't know. I'll try it. Oh, this stupid thing. It's not showing me dialogues. If I do this, if I float this window, can I see dialogues? No. Or why? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to terminal. Do I want to open the entire thing? No, we'll just, oops. Let's go to here and we'll just say code. Nice. Okay. So we'll do this for now. VS Code is fairly smart at figuring things out. So once I go search files by name, entity, post import, It should automatically detect this. Am I crazy? No, it's not as smart as I thought it was. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go to extensions and then we'll search for Godot. Godot files. Additional for Godot files. Better syntax. Very basic GD shader support. Formatter and linter. Godot tools. Which one has the most downloads? This one. So we'll go with this one. When was it last updated? Last released March. Okay, that's decent. And what does this do? This extension only supports 3.2 or later. That's fine. We're on Godot 4. Syntax hiding, control click, hover previews, built-in code formatter, auto completions. Does it use LSP? Oh, whatever. We're going to install it and see what happens. We're going to trust this Chulum, whatever his name is. Sorry if I butchered your name. Tokyo Night Dark Enhanced. Whoa, that looks cool. It's called Tokyo Night, but there's like a picture of the Brooklyn Bridge or something. What's going on here? Or is that Japan? I don't know. Maybe it's someplace in Japan. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I kind of want to try it. Oh, cool. It's very dark. It's very dark. Let's go. I can't find anything. Theme. References color theme. Dark plus. Yeah, we'll go back here. Could be nice at night, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I already miss my color theme from Vim, and I don't know what my color theme in Vim is. Oh, speaking of Vim, we need to get VS Code NeoVim. I wonder if that's going to work. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, it's going to show me the exact same errors that I was getting in Vim problems. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'll mess around with that later. But okay, we also, not for anything, want to change this font because it's disgusting. What font was I using in my terminal? Don't remember. Config, ghosty. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, you know, the font that I wanted to use was Intel 1 Mono. I don't know if I even have that installed. Probably not. Let me do this real quick. Actually, no. Oh, yeah. That might be the way to do it. What do I want? TTF or OTF? Because I don't know I know the TTF is usually top. Proprietary format. OTF is often preferred for advanced features like typographic features like ligatures, small caps, and alternate glyphs. However, TTF remains a robust and compatible option. So, OTF disadvantages. We're gonna go with OTF. I don't know if that has to be quoted or anything. Whoops. Oh, there we go. All right, and then we'll try over here. I actually don't even know how to save that. Probably gonna want this a little bit bigger. Format a file on save, auto save definitely. I don't know, it's probably a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, it's for terminal. I forgot how to turn them on, but you know what? Probably good enough for now. And what are the shortcut keys for this? There's a way to like hide this. How do you hide this? Like control B something. What's Zen mode? AZ. Oh, that's good. Literally nothing works now. I wonder if that's because of this. No, has nothing to do with that. Okay, so we'll just work in here. Pretend like this UI doesn't bother me somehow. And this color theme. This color theme really does bother me though. No, 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 no. Oh, What was the one that I used to like? It's called Nature or something like that, or Natural. See if we can find something really quick, because it's kind of a little bit distracting for whatever reason. I don't know why. I could try the I can try this. Yeah, that somehow doesn't bother me. It's just kind of bright. Oh, that's not even close to the same thing. Hmm. I guess it's the same. Let's remove these other ones. I don't know. I'll just stick with this. Back to where we started. In any case, so I have a scale factor, and then pivot would be entity.pivot, and then the size. So offset is size times pivot. Var offset equals entity.size times entity.pivot. And then a position. What's pxpy? Oh, entity position. Minus offset times the scale factor. And then I don't know if that, I don't think that's going to do anything for that. Also, you need to trim white space. So we'll try this. Don't know if this is going to work. Probably not, but we'll take this one step at a time. It's my first time vibe coding a solution. I usually just figure things out. But this math, the math of it seems solid. I think that's what the key here for me was probably the 1.0 over the grid size was the thing that I wasn't figuring out. But I think I'm also going to have to do another scaling that's going to set the scale according to the object size. So let's see. So I come in here. I'm going to have to close this out. I'll come over here. We'll go to import. We'll re-import. And then open level 0 again. Okay. Something is failing. Operands, vector 2i and vector 2. Okay, well, what? Hold on. Let me clear this and run this again. Okay, that probably still doesn't work because it's, yeah, right, because the operands, that's fine. That's on line 28. Right, so size is a 2i. I need to make this a vector 2. Come back here. Okay, that imported things. Let's see where it puts them. Not in the right spot at all. This is why we don't vibe code things. So what is the offset? The offset is the size times the pivot. Is that right though? Yeah, size times pivot is going to scale it. Actually, wait. Maybe there's something to that. No, there isn't. Because oh, maybe if the pivot is 0, 0. No. Hold on, I have an idea. Wait, why did I meant to put this in parentheses, which probably isn't even needed. But even that's still not gonna change much. Yeah. Not gonna change anything. Let's give it my code so it has something to reference. Oh, I see. Because it's using EOVim. We actually have to use Yanks. Okay, let's see what AI says. Mixing up scale versus position conversion. Scale in Godot expects a vector 2, not a float. Also, scaling the entity node directly might not be what you want. Often you just want to convert LDTK's pixel coordinates into Godot units, not shrink or stretch the node. You're already subtracting the pivot offset, but then you add this. That's what's pushing everything towards the top left. No, it's not. LEDK's entity position is already the pivot position in pixels, not the top left corner, unless the pivot is 0, 0. Subtract size times pivot again, you're double shifting. Try this cleaned up version. Oh, this will be good. This will be good. Let's just see if this works. Scale factor, scale factor. What? Of course it's not right. Why would it be right? Also, let's throw import. I need it somewhere I can get to it. Over here for now. Maybe bottom left is actually not a bad idea. Let's see what it does for the scale. Whoa! Only need it if you're trying to manually align sprites. Is the sprite's pivot, center, top left, etc. the same as a... Got it, thanks. It narrows it down. There are two different problems happening in your code. Scale is a vector 2. So assigning a float shrinks everything in both directions. More importantly, if you're already converting positions from pixels to godot units, you probably don't want to shrink the entity itself. Remove the scaling from the node unless you specifically need to stretch its graphics. I do. Let's try this without the scaling and see what happens. Right. Of course. Let's look what it's actually doing, and let's use our brains for a second. Pixel position, entity opposition, times scale factor. That's 100% wrong. 100% wrong. Scale factor. We don't need to. Okay, so I get it. I gave it the wrong problem to solve, and that's why. This is also wrong. The position in Godot is the same pixel unit. The scale of the Godot of the entity is in Godot units. Thank you for clarifying. The key point is LDTK positions are in pixels, and in Godot you want to use the same pixel positions, but the scale of the entity needs to be converted. Right, so the math should not scale the position, only scale the size of the entity. Place entity exactly at LDTK position. Adjust for the pivot difference between LDTK and Godot if needed. If your Godot sprite pivot is center, This isn't helping. This is just a waste of time. So let's do this. Let's do this. Global position equals pixel position. That'll automatically get things way closer than what we had it at. Ta-da! Now we need to scale them. So how do we scale them? Again, the problem is that now for scaling, I need to convert. In order to scale them, I need to convert. And then I need to offset. Position, data size, data.pivot. The offset is the size times the pivot. That might be right. And maybe we subtract that offset. And then they're saying Godot offset is the LDTK size times the Godot pivot. Ah, right, because there are two pivot points that we have to factor in here. One is the Godot pivot point, and the other one is the LDTK pivot point. Because my Godot scene isn't necessarily going to be centered the way it is with this sprite. Although probably most of the time it would be if I'm using sprite renderer, right? All right, pixel position, global positioning. Pixel position, what was I saying? So let's find the pixel position relative to its offset. So pixel position minus pivot times size. It's pivot times size. So that's what the pivot is. Bar pivot offset equals entity.pivot times entity.size. Pixel position minus pivot offset. That might be right. Let's see if that puts things in the right spot. Ta-da! Errors. Probably because the types don't match. Yeah. Okay, fair. I asked for that because pivot is a vector 2. We want this to be a vector 2, and size is a vector 2i. So I think that should fix my issue there. Close. Getting closer. Getting closer. It's still off by half the size for some reason. And that's probably the Godot offset. Var Godot offset. And that's going to be grid size divided by 2. That makes sense. What's the problem here? Oh. Is it plus or minus? Trial and error. Well, plus puts it closer to where it's supposed to be. So, okay, so it works for this. That's right, but it doesn't work for this. It doesn't work for this one because it's not factoring the pivot point correctly. But all the other entities are actually lined up exactly where they should be. These are all the same, but when the pivot is different, it's not factoring in the pivot properly, right? Is it because it should be plus? Actually, it's neither. I think I see what's going on here. Yes. Surprised it only affected that one. Right. Okay. So that actually proves my point. Okay. So pivot offset. So the problem with this entity.pivot. So we need to flip the sign because of the coordinate system in Godot. We need to flip the sign. So our numbers go up as we go down. And we need to reverse the y. So it's x comma y. So we'll say x comma y. X comma y. Which is a weird thing, but that's what we're going to do. And I think that's actually going to fix our problem. Oh, no. Oh, because... Well, I don't know, because the X is in the right spot. The X is in the right spot. It's just the Y is all foobar. Right? Now neither one of them is right. So it's probably a minus. X comma Y. Was that not right? So what I think I need to do here is look at an example. So pivot in size, and let's just see what happens when we look at the output for this. Spawn. Okay, player spawn. So our position, so our pivot is 0.5, 1.0. That's our pivot. I think I kind of see what's going on here. this one. Let's go open. We have LDTK open? We don't. I think I see what's going on here. I need to convert this pivot into pixels, and in order to convert the pivot into pixels, I need to use my ratio thingamajigger. Do I have this open somewhere and I don't realize it? Is that why this isn't opening? Oh, well, that's why that's not working. Yes, that very much makes sense to me. Oops. Right, when I go into entities and we look at this, I guess we can also take a look at how this offsets it compared to the world here when I do this. Wait, that's considered one? Hold on a second. That's not what I was picturing in my brain as a number one. Oh, I'm looking at color here. That doesn't help. Pivot 0.51. So that means pivot is a number between 0 and 2. Wait, what? No, it is 1. It is 1, x, y, y 1. So y is going to be 1 for that whole bottom row. No, that's right. Right, so what I have to do, you're incredibly good at what you do. Thank you. I don't think I am, but I appreciate the praise. How's it going, DC McD? I don't know, DC MCD. Is it a number? Is it a Roman numeral? Thank you, DC. So let's see. This, by the way, is what's been holding up my next video. I realized I did some bad math. I have like a solution to this problem, but I want a better solution. But if I can't get that solution worked out by the end of the day, I'm going with my Band-Aid solution, which is not good. And I'll revisit the problem later and see if I can figure it out. So I think what's going on here is pivot offset, entity pivot times size. Why would it be entity pivot times size? Oh, maybe that actually is right. My initials? Okay, fair enough. Maybe that is right. Entity, right? So let's get like a calculator here. And let's see. Our entity size is 28 by 24 and our pivot is 0.51. So what does that mean? So first off, let me grab my dude. And oops, sorry, I'm still learning my... I'm very interested in how you figured this out. Aspiring computer scientist and game maker here. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'm a little bit new to the game stuff, but I've been doing programming for a very long time. So right now, what I'm trying to do here, by the way, if you just popped in, is figure out how to automate. Like we have our pivot points here in LDTK, and that's going to, if I just like the default is anchoring in the top left. So if you see, if I do that, it kind of moves my dude over here. And if I do that, it like places him in the top left of the grid square, which is a very faint line. I don't know if you can see that. Now, the reason why I'm using this bottom center pivot point is because his size is 28 by 24 pixels and my grid size is 32 by 32. So I'm trying to write the probably fairly basic math equation that is going to apply his pivot point in the game engine when we import it. What kind of programming do you do? Sorry to interrupt. Usually, I've done a bunch of stuff. I've done a lot of web full stack and web front end. And I've also done a lot of mobile app development, Android and iOS. Today I'm streaming from a new Linux setup that I haven't used very much. So it's also very new to me. Oops. So I'm still trying to get used to the key bindings here, which I haven't really customized yet. Okay, so what was I going to look at here? So his size 28 by 24. Oh, so it's going to look here 80 by 384. That is the pixel coordinates and dimensions in pixels. Right, 80 by 384. So if I go back here and I put him at 80 by 384, he's going to be stuck in the ground, which is fine because he's not applying his pivot. Now his pivot is the 0.5 1.0. So I guess get me a calculator. There's a shortcut key. There we go. Can we make this not bright? I would love to have a dark mode calculator so my eyes don't completely burn out. I don't think it's possible. Whatever. We just need to grab 28 by 24. So I'm going to do 28 times, that's the x, times 0.5 would give me 14. Right. Okay, so if I apply that and I say it's either a subtraction or an addition, right? So I either add 14, that doesn't seem right, or I subtract 14, that doesn't seem right either. Hold on a sec. Oh, sorry. No, that's right. The position. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to figure out the math to get him in the right spot. 80 by 384. Math is my weakest subject, so this is like hardcore brain surgery for me because I'm very bad at math. Ah, I got it. So what I think I might have to do, what if instead, so what is it? His width was what, 28? No, that's not going to do anything. I was going to say if I do half of a grid size, and that's 16, right? Oops, cancel. Tried to hit the undo button, but I missed. Plus 16? No, see, that's not right either. I think the actual offset is supposed to be like XY, right? No, wait, he's taller than he is wide. Wait, have I been reading this coordinate backwards the entire time? Yes. Yes, I have. That's disgusting. Wait, so hold on a second. I may have figured out my problem. I may have figured out my problem. Why is it y comma x? Why is it height by width? Ugh. That might be a major part of what my issue is here. It's because when I look at entity.size, let me just print out. Let me see what comes out. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be happy about this. Or let me do this. Because maybe that's just how vectors are written and I'm stupid. It's possible. I could be very stupid. (32 by 64). I am very stupid, I guess. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the documentation here. What is it? Control L? I don't know. I usually do this on Mac. Help. Oh, F1. Vector 2. Vector 2. X and Y. Vector 2, X comma Y. That's why I'm confused. Why is it printing out? Hold on. Ugh, it's going to be hard to read. Identify collider. Exit player spawn. Here we go. Let me find the first player spawn. I think that's this one. 80 by 384. Right. Pivot 5 1. Right. No, that's XY. And then what's the position? 28 by 24. Size. The size is backwards. Is the size backwards or did I make a mistake? I made a mistake. Okay, so it looks like I made a mistake regardless. And that was in my old video. He's supposed to be 28. Wait. Width and height. He's 24 by 28. That's what he's supposed to be. And what did I have him before? I had him as 28 by 24. Why does it look exactly the same? Oh! Because the sprite is the sprite. So probably even if I do that, it's going to look... Yeah, he's going to be exactly the same, but now he just fills the square the way he's supposed to. So this doesn't mean jack. But let's figure it out because it is a use case that I want to know about. Okay, well, that might be a big part of the reason why my math's not working. Because I had the wrong numbers. Go to my 2D scene. Oh, look. Look at that. It's almost right. It seems a little bit off. But it's almost right. Can I move? Or am I stuck in the ground with this? I mean, do I just say whatever? How do I stop this? F8. Interesting. Okay, and now for the sizing, the scale, right? So this is the scale factor. Now to scale the entity properly, that's the next thing. New entity dot scale equals. So we're gonna need this again. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna say var pixel size. I don't like abbreviating. Pixel scale equals scale factor times pixel size. I think that's the trick. It's so freaking close. It's so freaking close. That actually might be right. I don't know. 80 by 384. I don't know. It's so close. It's so close to working. Let's oh. Whoops. I don't know what I just did. Did I accidentally close Godot? Oh, that's funny. I don't know how to undo that. Oh. What does W do? I accidentally hit that. But let's come here and re-import. Okay. That's not bad. The positions are still off. The positions are still off. This one's off by like one whole grid unit. Oh, this guy's in the right spot now. But it looks like he's being stretched. Yeah, I think the easiest way to do this is to not stretch the player spawn. Because what's happening is it's like the right value and then it gets scaled twice. So how do I know if I need to scale it? Ah, I know how I know. I need to only scale it if it's set to be resizable. Hold on, I just need to catch up with something here. Hmm. I'm gonna open up another Chat GPT tab, and I'm gonna have Chat GPT do some stuff that's not related to programming that I need to not be bothered with right now. Wow. I forgot this place exists. Hmm. I'll have to answer that later. That was too quick, and I need to find a better answer. That was a good exercise. Okay, so the problem is I only need to scale. The only time we want to scale is when it's set to resizable. Is that information available? So you got identifier, collider, size, position, pivot, fields, definition. It might show up in fields actually. Let's go filter out collider actually is the one. Entity, here we go. What in here? Smart color, size, position. So we actually don't have access to that information. I think the only way to figure this out would be to say if it's larger than the grid size. Do I have that somewhere? I have that over here. Call that grid unit vector. All right. And we'll clean this up after we get this working, because like some of this syntax is a little bit uneven here. New entity dot if new entity dot size is greater than grid unit vector, yeah, then scale it. Ah, I also have to figure out how to do that. Start the Godot LSP. How do I set up the Godot LSP? Where did my Godot go? Did my Godot crash? Huh. I might have accidentally closed it when I wasn't looking. Oh, it might have just crashed and that's why it can't find the LSP. That would actually make a lot of sense. Also, I don't think I want to start Godot from the Godot command. I think I need to do, let me do this real quick. Oh, what the heck is going on here? Oh, I accidentally hit this. Oh, that's not good. And I kind of want to quit this, which I can't seem to do. So I have to do Godot, force renderer, OpenGL3. I think. I don't know. We'll see. My stream might completely hang and my computer might die when I try to use the menu here if we're using Vulkan. Does it say down here somewhere? Oh, language server started. Okay, so I guess I don't have to do anything. That's probably why the language server disconnected. New, not declared. On line 40. Oh, you right. Uh-oh, invalid call, non-existent function, new. Right. Line 14. Oh, did I? What? What? There's nothing on line 14. Oh, that's not my script. That's their script. Okay. Nope, we still have problems. Oh, property or size. Size on base object area 2D. Exit. Oh, because I did new entity dot size, which is not right. It should be entity dot size, which is the LEDK entity object, not the game scene. And then we go here, re-imports, pop this open. Nope. No. Oh, because the operands are different. Entity size. I have to have that somewhere. Pixel size. Pixel size. I'm a little too scatterbrained right now. That's what's going on. I should have something to drink. Oh, I turned away and my whole screen's gone. Okay. I don't know why this happens. Sometimes does. So my whole screen's blank. It seems like LDTK's, sorry, Godot's broken itself again. So maybe broke. Is my whole computer frozen? Yes. Oh. So Godot. Oh, rendering driver. Okay, so what I did just now didn't force the rendering driver like I thought it did. We'll try that. Oh, see how much faster that was already? So that's probably why. I probably didn't have it started up the right way. All right. Okay, so he's not scaling anymore, which is fine. My positions aren't right. Pixel position. So what is pivot offset? Pivot offset is the pivot times the pixel size. Is that right? It's a percentage. It's a percentage of the pixel? Probably not. So let's take a look. So let's take a look at this sucker, for example. We've got 5, 12, and 0. What's the 32? I don't know what the 32 is. Coordinates and dimensions in pixels or cells. Oh, I see. Okay, so 512 by 0. So if I take 512 by 0, right, the pivot for this is 0, 0. So right. The pivot for that is 0, 0. So if I multiply it by the pixel size, yeah, that's right. So why is the height coming out wrong? Curious about this one. Let's look at the transform. Y16 should be Y0? No, it should be Y32? No. Oh, because the size, the offset is affected by the size. So when this is at 0, basically the halfway point of this object is over here. Yep. And so what I need to do is multiply this by half the height. I need to add half the height to this. So I would say height, which is in here, height is 128. Okay, that's the width. I got it. So the height's 128. So I would say, okay, add 64. And if I plop 64 into here, it'll be exactly aligned where it needs to be. Right. So then in that case, the position has to be Godot offset times really the scale. And then what I'm going to do here is create a scale. And do that so I can use it for here. Oh, I guess. I guess in that case, it's actually. Whoop. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bug City. I lost my line of code. New entity.scale. Mother trucker. Scale factor times new entity. No, scale factor times pixel size. So minus the pixel size offset. I don't know. Math stuff. Also, where did my level go? There we go. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Scale not declared in the current scope. You're right, because I half made that change I was talking about. It should be new. Oh, is that what happened? I'm going to remove this Vim plugin. I think probably my Vim is probably broken, and that's probably breaking this. Disable, uninstall actually. I'm gonna just do Vim emulation and use basic stuff. This is also fudged. I'm guessing because two of them are running at the same time. Oh my god, performance hell, what is going on? What is going on? Let's restart VS Code maybe. There we go. Okay. I don't know why that was so slow. Oh. Everything's in the right spot. This one's questionable. I think I need to do a little bit more testing with this pivot stuff. Okay. I think that's good. Um, I guess something to test is on to really see if my pivot stuff is on point. Let's create a new entity. Let's create a tree. And editor visual island. No, it's not in here. There is a tile set. Let's go to my tiles. Oops. So it's going to be under Assets Treasure Hunter, Palm Tree Island, Sprites, Front Palm Trees. This. And we'll call this, yeah. Palm Tree Trunk. Right. And then we'll have another one for the top. And that's fine. Just to test these out. So what I'm going to do is add some I forgot how we did this the first time. Tree top. Actually, does it have to be an entity? I think it should just be a regular tile now. I don't know. When I remember when I messed around with it, I was using treetops. Oh. Let me go to my tiles, treetop. Tiles layout. Why isn't it showing? That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to refresh it. Oh, there it is. I don't know how big it is, but 16 is obviously no good. Eight seems pretty good. Really, I think what I would do, so what is this? 8 times 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 8 times 4. I don't think I can plug math in here, though. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I guess the other part of the problem here is that my entity size is set to 32 by 32, but it's not. It's what? Right? Because that's going to squeeze it in 32 by 32. So really, it's going to be, what did I say? 8 times 5 is 45. Or is it 40? This is how bad my math is, in case you're wondering. is 40. So 40 by 8 times 4 is what, 32? Yeah. Right, which leaves us with this weird thing that we have this 40 pixel thing that goes like this. So in this case, I think we want to use this. And that would, yep. Oh, because it's 40, I don't think you can exactly center 40 across 32, maybe 42. No. I'm gonna go with 40, the actual size of it, whatever. And then tiles, I guess ground, I guess we add another set of rules, another group. And then, oh, it's all using the same tile set because it's the same layer. So I guess what we do is we create another layer. And this can just be, I'm just going to make a regular tiles layer. Call it misc. I think, yeah, tiles can just change tiles willy-nilly. You can use any tile set. Like if I don't, yeah, see, like that's the default. Yeah, but I can just be like, yo, give me palm tree front, or I can give me like this palm tree. Anything is good. Oh, what the duck? Hmm. Actually 32 by 0. Yeah, because these are 32 pixels. And what is the deal with this one? It's not 32. Yeah, it's like a weird thing that it's just 40. Hmm. Okay, whatever. It does line up here, so that's pretty good. Or I could get rid of this one. Go to my whatever. Just for the heck of it. Only thing here is I need to create a new entity. We're gonna call that treetop and exit. So let's make that a thing. New 2D node. Treetop. Scenes. Treetop. Just because I don't want to rename it, and we're not going to save it anyway. Normally I would keep the convention though. Sorry, and then we have to add a sprite. Sprite 2D. And on the sprite 2D, we'll add a new canvas texture. Or actually, new atlas texture, maybe? Wait, let's try canvas texture first. Let's also go here, palm tree island, sprites, front palm trees, palm tree top. Just drag it on. Boom, bada bing, bada bang. Okay. And now let's see what happens when we close out our assets and we open up level 2. Nothing. Might have to re-import. Then open up level 0. And it's not showing up. MISC. Okay, MISC is working. Entities, there's an error here. The tiles outside the texture, the tiles are already present in the space the tile would cover. Could not create tile. I don't know what that means. What time is it? 3:40. Oh. Well, the script is not compiling. That's probably one reason why it's not working. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It lines up, so the math must be right. That's a terrible way to explain that, right? Oh no, it's got to be right. The math, it's lining up. Let's put a collider, collision shape 2D. Collision. Oh yeah, I just have to define the shape. I can make that a rectangle. Let's go here and nice. Let's try running it. It's what, F5? Yeah. Oh, you know why that doesn't? That's funny. You know why that doesn't work? That's actually kind of cool at the same time, but it doesn't work because I didn't set up the physics layer on it. I just have to go to treetop, go to my collision over here. Wait, why is this? Oh, because this is not the right node type. I have to change it. This has to be some kind of physics thingamajigger. We want a rigid body. Now we want a name's not coming to me right now. Static body is what we want. Oops. Static body. Then we'll have a physics thing over here. And collision. And then we could say, yeah, ground. Yeah, it's on the ground layer. I think that's all I gotta do. Nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, so my math is very clearly wrong. Or that thing is just in the wrong spot. I think I think it's because that one's in the wrong spot. I didn't update that one, is why. That one's still using the top left anchor. Yes. Oops. So if I grab this and I shove this over here, it should be fine. And then the same thing with this. Can I duplicate it? See, having control drag or an alt drag would have been an amazing way. Oh wait, there is a way to duplicate. Hold on. If I hit H. It is control alt. Oh, I don't know why that didn't seem like it was working the first time. And then we'll make this thing also bigger. And well, yeah. We can start here. One thing I don't like about this is that, yeah, the window gets very funky. Every time I start it. Okay, boom. And he looks like he's in the right spot. My thing is in the right spot. Cool. Nice. Okay. That's enough of that for one day. So I kind of want to move on to the next thing. What was the next thing? Oh, how long have I been live for? 2 hours. Okay, that's actually decent. That's decent. Um, this isn't even a real solution. This is just a hack. Maybe. I don't know. But it really only needs to be resized if it's bigger than 1 unit, right? No, I don't know. It really needs to be resized if that checkbox is checked. But yeah, I don't know. Need to play with it a little bit more. But I think it's kind of outside the scope of what's going on here. Okay, so next thing. What was I gonna do for the website? Kind of wanted to set up the coffee links, but I also kind of need a break. I need to eat, and um, 4 p.m. That means I need to eat and I need to do my workout. But I'm really hungry, so I should eat first and then take another break. I might look at the web stuff a little bit later. Well, that's fine. That's good. We got a good result here. It's not amazing, but something is working and I'm happy about that. Godot offset. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it for now. I might be back later tonight with a game stream on Twitch, just playing games. Um, but for this project, this is done for today. I wanted to do some other stuff, but I need to eat. My brain's fried. I need to do my exercise. So my bodily functions will take precedence to getting more work done, obviously. We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in and chatting. And